Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was very restless. His mind was always crowded with thoughts. All day long, countless thoughts came and went, making him feel uneasy and tired. He often felt sad about his past and worried endlessly about the future. His mind was like a storm, never still. He couldn't feel calm, couldn't sleep well, and had even forgotten how to smile. One day, Marco heard about a faraway village in the hills. People said that a wise old man lived there. This man had once been a famous psychologist in the city. He had helped many people find peace in their minds. But now he was old and had left the busy city life to live quietly in a peaceful village close to nature. Sometimes he would give guidance to visitors. Marco became curious and hopeful. He thought, maybe this wise man can help me find peace. So he decided to go and meet him. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Marco finally reached the village in the hills. When he arrived, he saw a small house covered with greenery. On the porch, the old man was sitting quietly. His eyes were closed and he looked perfectly peaceful. Marco walked up to him and whispered, "Grandfather, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?"
The old man slowly opened his eyes and gave a calm smile. "So, you are looking for peace? Come with me. I will give you a small task." He took Marco to his little yard and filled a glass with water all the way to the top. The glass was so full that even the slightest movement could make it spill. He handed the glass to Marco and said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and come back. But remember, do not spill even a single drop of water." Marco was surprised, but he accepted the challenge. He held the glass carefully and began walking. The road was narrow and busy. People walked around him, shopkeepers called out to customers, and dogs barked loudly. But Marco kept his eyes focused only on the glass. Step by step, slowly and carefully, he walked. People watched him with curiosity, but did not disturb him. They knew he was learning something important. Finally, Marco returned to the old man and said, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill even one drop of water." The old man smiled and asked, "That's good. But tell me, did you see the children playing on the roadside? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked confused and said, "No, I didn't see or hear anything. I was only focusing on the glass." The old man nodded gently. "That is the secret, something that was always inside you. When your mind stays in the present moment, there is no space for fear, no confusion, no extra thoughts. While you were focusing on the water, your mind became completely quiet. You were not sad about the past. You were not worried about the future." Slowly, Marco began to understand. This was the peace he had been searching for. Peace is not something we find outside. It is already inside us when we learn to live in the present moment. Marco bowed his head and said softly, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must bring my mind back to this moment. That is where real peace lives." The old man smiled again. The sun was setting, golden light touching the ground. Birds were returning to their nests. Marco began walking back home. But now he was not the same restless young man. He had changed. He was peaceful inside because he finally knew how to calm his mind. If you like this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.